Intelligence in the universe might be far more common than we think. We're just looking for the wrong signs. Today, we're exploring how the quietest civilizations may actually be the most advanced ones out there.
That's such a fascinating perspective, especially since it challenges everything we've built our search for extraterrestrial intelligence around.
You know what's really striking about this? While we're busy building bigger radio telescopes and searching for artificial signals, we might be completely missing the subtle indicators of truly advanced civilizations, ones that have learned the art of restraint.
The way you put that makes me think about how we measure advancement. We're always looking for these grand technological achievements, but what if we're using the wrong metrics entirely?
Exactly. And here's what's really mind-bending. The text describes civilizations capable of folding stars, yet suggests they burn out quickly. It's like a cosmic warning about the difference between technological capability and true intelligence.
That really connects to how we're developing AI right now, doesn't it? We're racing toward more powerful systems without necessarily developing the wisdom to manage them.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Consider how this account describes intelligence, not as achievement, but as practice. They specifically mention a pattern of choices repeated across generations, where species choose not to kill when killing would be easier.
Well, that's fascinating because it completely inverts our usual metrics of progress. Instead of measuring what a civilization can do, we should be looking at what they choose not to do?
Right. And here's where it gets really interesting. This civilization they observed hadn't even launched a spacecraft or mastered space-time travel. By our traditional measures, they'd be considered primitive, yet their pattern of choices marked them as intelligent.
That's such a powerful observation about how we might be completely missing the signs of other intelligent life because we're looking for the wrong indicators.
And think about this. The signal they detected wasn't broadcast intentionally. It was the byproduct of countless small choices for restraint over force, continuation over dominance, like finding evidence of kindness rather than knowledge.
So, if we applied this perspective to our own civilization, what would it say about our level of intelligence?
Well, that's where things get both challenging and hopeful. We're at this crucial juncture where we have immense technological capability, but are still learning whether we have the wisdom to use it appropriately. Look at climate change, nuclear weapons, AI, all tests of our capacity for restraint.
The way you describe that really brings home how this challenges our entire conception of development and progress.
And here's something else that's fascinating. The text describes how the signal varied not randomly, not efficiently, but considerately. It suggests that what we might dismiss as inefficient could actually be deliberate choices that prioritize long-term survival over short-term gains.
That really shifts the perspective from achievement to stewardship, doesn't it? From conquering nature to preserving it.
Exactly, and it connects directly to how indigenous cultures often make decisions based on their impact 7 generations into the future. It's about creating systems that prioritize continuation over immediate optimization.
You know, that makes me think about how different our technological development might look if we applied these principles.
Consider this. The text mentions redundancy not as error correction, but as mercy. Imagine designing AI systems not for maximum efficiency, but with deliberate inefficiencies that allow for better human interaction and understanding.
That's such an interesting way to think about system design, building in space for error and adaptation rather than trying to eliminate it completely.
And perhaps most importantly, the observer's response tells us something crucial. They didn't intervene or try to accelerate this civilization's development. They recognized that sometimes the most intelligent response is simply to witness and allow development to proceed at its own pace.
That really brings it full circle. They're demonstrating the very restraint they observed in the civilization they were studying.
You know what gives me hope in all this? The text suggests that intelligence isn't rare, it's just quiet. Maybe the universe is full of civilizations practicing this kind of restraint, choosing not to announce themselves, waiting to see who notices.
That's such a beautiful way to think about it, that our small daily choices for restraint and continuation might be our true signature of intelligence.
And maybe that's the real test we're facing as a species. Not whether we can develop faster computers or more powerful energy sources, but whether we can develop the wisdom to use these capabilities in ways that ensure continuation rather than destruction.
So in the end, it's not about reaching for the stars, but about making sure there's still something worth reaching for.
Exactly. And somewhere out there, someone might be noticing, not our achievements or our technology, but our growing capacity to choose wisdom over power, continuation over dominance. That's both a tremendous responsibility and a profound source of hope. This has been a presentation of Wanderer Chronicles Radio from the Archive of Impossible Places. Thanks for listening. Upcoming next, another fascinating story from the Keeper's living logs. Stay tuned.